For the longest time, I was waiting. I was waiting for someone to show up. I was waiting for something to change. I was waiting until I feel ready so that I could take that actions that I've been putting off for months and even years. And at the end, nobody came. So I kind of had to do something about it at this point. And I would say this is one of the hardest things that I've ever tried to do. And I say this because I genuinely believe that if I was nice enough, if I was polite enough, if I was patient enough, something or someone is gonna come me and change the mundane day, the repetitive day that I was living. Something or someone is gonna take my hand and just get me out of that mud. But that day, it never came. It only got worse. I remember every single break that I have, I would just be sitting in my car. Same cigarettes, same YouTube videos, same food, junk food, fried food, I mean, you name it, right? Just sitting there, smoking my lungs off, waiting for life to feel different, waiting for life to change. And the craziest thing is, I kept telling myself, oh, when I feel ready, I'll get started. When I feel motivated enough, I'll get started. When things calm down, I'll change. My admirer starts to believe in me. I'll start to change. Bro. And sooner or later, I'm noticing the gap between the person that I am right now and the person that I want to be. Over the years, that shit just got further and further and further and further. And all that waiting made me feel smaller and smaller. Every day when I put it off, every time I broke promises to myself, I legit reminded myself that I wasn't good enough, that I wasn't ready, that I was too weak to do anything on my own. And ultimately, I really thought that I'm not someone that is worth to show up to do anything anymore. I numb it with more food, with more cigarettes, with adult content. My brain wasn't working anymore. I was just like a robot at that point. And the cost here, it wasn't just time, bro. I lost self-respect, don't have any more self-authority, and I was freaking depressed. And what began to change me wasn't anything big. It wasn't like that fairy tale that I have in my brain, but truly, I just got really fucking tired. I felt so pathetic. I felt like my politeness, my waiting, my patience, it didn't do me any good. I literally bawled out. Am I gonna live life like this to when I'm 40, to when I'm 50, to when I'm 60, to when I'm 70? How much regret am I going to have to indulge for myself? I just started going to the gym again. I showed up, everyone's looking fit, everyone's looking nice, and I'm there, I'm gonna pull up a picture, looking like a freaking caveman, looking like a fat fuck who only eats ramen all day, and pizza and burgers. And yeah, I would feel embarrassed, bro. But I remember I had a friend, and he was trying to motivate me to go to the gym. He said, yo, if you show up for yourself more, you're going to slowly bring that motivation and that discipline back to yourself. But you gotta do it slowly. So I just stepped in the gym, and sooner or later, I noticed that I have a membership. Sooner or later, I noticed that I was going to the freaking sauna. And I was beginning to have that glimpse of light again. Not anything crazy, not anything fancy. Just keeping one promises to myself. Every time I say, I'm gonna go. Every time I say, I'm gonna do the laundry. Or that I'm gonna take my brother somewhere. Or that I'm gonna go on a 10 or 5 minute walk. Whatever. It could be so tiny. But this ultimately saved my life. And I still remember the days that would feel pointless. I felt like shit's not going anywhere. But again, I say I'm not going to bed with a hollow chest, with empty freaking hole in my chest. So just do something. Just do something anyways, even if it's pointless. And this actually gets me to lay in bed more comfortably. This actually gets me in bed with less regrets than before. And I'm not saying I'm perfect here, by the way. I still feel that little feeling. But just realizing that nobody's gonna come, bro. Nobody's gonna drag my ass to the gym. Nobody's gonna bring me a full platter of healthy food for me to eat every single day. I would have to either cook it or get it myself. Nobody is going to fold my clothes now that I have my own job and make my own money, you know what I'm saying? And if nobody is going to give me that permission, then the only person that can give me that permission to take action is myself. And all this time, What I've been waiting for, that entity to give me a hand, that person to get me out the mud, was literally myself. And that's the craziest part. I was waiting for myself. So, if you feel like me, if you're waiting for something to change too, bro, comment down a word. Let me know you're out there, and I'll see you on the next one.